Okay, good. I don't want to shout, overdo it, but I want you to hear me. The chair yoga, you'll find some poses are very similar, and then some we modify for the chair. I tried to do some things this morning that you really can do sitting anywhere or standing, just for nice stretches in general. So we'll get started. At any point, I love to do yoga with my eyes closed. At any point when you don't feel that you really need to look, please enjoy closing your eyes and breathing. Yoga is all about movement and breath, really partnering our breath with our movement and enjoying the relaxation that that can bring. So sitting with your feet on the floor, firmly on the floor, your heels, the balls of your toes, your hands resting comfortably in your lap, maybe halfway up in your seat so that you just feel steady and secure and in place. Just start to notice the breath. Just sitting with your breath, noticing. Engaging your breath, inhaling in through the nose and out through the nose. The lips are gently closed. Relax the jaw. Just settle in to this time you've given yourself. Good, nice. Now feeling nice and grounded, let's sweep the arms up overhead, putting the palms together, sometimes called prayer, also called Anjali Mudra, and then lower them down, exhale to in front of the heart center. Let's do that again, inhaling up, inhale up, palms together, Anjali, exhale down to heart center. This Anjali Mudra really promotes respect for yourself and for others. It also helps reduce anxiety and stress. So it's a reason why we do it when they pray. It's a nice, just a nice relaxing mudra or position, yoga position for your hands. Up again, inhale up, palms together and down to heart center. Nice. Then with your hands on your knees, if you're familiar with yoga with cat-cow, we're going to move into that, but first we're going to do it with just our head. So when you think of a cat, in your exhale, kind of arching the back, when the cat stands up, a Halloween cat, so you'll drop your chin on your exhale, and then for your cow, think of a cow when it moves and stretches the neck up, so your chin goes up. And we're just doing the neck here, neck and shoulders. Cat, tuck down. Cow, inhale, up. One more time, down, exhale. Inhale, chin up into cow. Now we're going to incorporate our spine in this. So on the inhale, you'll arch your back slightly just to comfort if you have low back issues. Lead with the chest, chin up. Inhale into cow. And then first dropping your tailbone, curving the lower back, mid back, tucking the chin, cat for your exhale. So move through that a few times for yourself. Inhale and tuck, lower spine down, head, exhale, cat. Start with the low back, move forward into your inhale. Exhale 2 more times at your own pace with your breath, and then meet me in neutral. Nice. Now let's get the torso moving. So with your hands on your knees, just a nice comfortable seat, really thinking about your ribs. So moving to the left with your ribs, and then forward leading with the heart, to the right with the side of your ribs, back, giving a nice little gentle arch in the back, left ribs, forward, Just breathing in through the nose, out through the nose, kind of feeling that nice movement. Easier to inhale, coming forward. Exhale, moving back. Nice, and then reverse. Exhale back. Really move those ribs out on the side. Keeping the sit bones planted as you can to make those hips stretch and do the work. Nice, and then meeting back in neutral. Take a nice breath in through the nose, out through the nose, really thinking through this practice of what it is that you can let go. I heard a nice thing that says letting things go, like stress or worry, it's not so much forgetting them, it's just sitting with them and being with them. And so just kind of letting it go in the sense of what gets to you. We're going to move our arms up now, stretch up and overhead. Palms together. Now interlace the fingers. Move them down, slowly exhaling to the lap. One more time, release. Inhale up. Now cross your fingers in the awkward way. Put the other thumb on top, one that doesn't feel natural to you. Good. And then exhale, lowering the hands. Now stop at the chin, putting the fingers just lightly under the chin. We're going to inhale and move our elbows up and then down, and kind of leaving the hands stationary. We don't want to pull on our chin. We're making our elbows and our side bodies do the work. Inhale, lower, exhale. Good. Inhale up. Exhale down. Your right, one shoulder may be different from the other today. Tomorrow it may be different. Be gentle with yourself. Let your body do what it wants to do this morning or this afternoon, as the time zone may be. Inhale up, down, and now we'll go up one more time, and let's stay there for a moment for a full breath. If you can, elbows wherever they're comfortable. Nice deep inhale and exhale, feeling it in the side body. And then we're going to lean over to the left. So just making sure your feet and your seat are nice and secure. Lean as possible to the left. Draw your belly to your spine. On an exhale, lift back up. And then down to the right side. Draw the belly to the spine to support the low back as you sit back up. Other side. Getting some movement here, back to the center, belly to spine, and to the right. Back up. Now this next time we're going to hold for a bit. So over to the left, just where you're comfortable. And those deep breaths, you really feel those. Think of it more as your right ribs moving out than your left ribs crunching down. So to really get that nice side stretch. I feel it in my shoulders and down my side into my hip. Good. Belly to spine, lifting up. And let's do the other side, dropping down to the right. This side could be completely different, so do what your bodies would like to do today. This side gets my lower back a little bit more, so I don't go quite down so far. Inhaling. If it does bother your lower back at all, try drawing your belly to your spine. It can be a challenge to breathe deeply, but think again about those left ribs really moving out, stretching under the arm, the neck, down into the side. Good. Very nice. And belly to spine, and lift back up. Great, maybe drop the arms Give the neck and shoulders a little love there, whatever they need. Good, now this is nice. This is called the breath of joy. So what we're going to do is put our arms forward. I'll demonstrate it for you once. Forward, sweep them out, sweep them up, and then down. And again, with your, if this is a issue for your back, you do what works for you. You know you best. So we're going to go forward, side, up, and down. Maybe brushing your fingertips along the ground. Back up, forward, out, up, exhale, down. Now on your neck, up, out, up, and then a big exhale. One more time, forward, out, up, big exhale. Nice. Great. Hands back on the knees. Just inhale through the nose and out through the nose and feel that nice energy flow. The breath in yoga, the prana, the energy, the pranayama is our breath work. It's so important in yoga. We're going to do a chair modified sun salutation. Some of you may be familiar with the sun salutation, and we're doing a chair modification. There are many chair modifications of it. Many of them are on YouTube. If it interests you, you can always look them up. But what we're going to do, we'll inhale up, we'll exhale down, put your arms around the left knee, kind of around the shin, pick the leg up to a, raise the chin as is comfortable for your back, and then you'll tuck the head to the left knee, back up, and then down, lowering the leg. And then while we're down, we'll pick up the right leg, lift up into a back. Think about it as lifting your chin, not so much arching your back, giving those shoulders a lift. Tuck the head next, tuck to the right knee, up with the head, and then down with the body. Let's do that a couple more times. Left leg, back with the head, up with the chin, tuck the head to the knee, head up and down. Wrapping your arms on the right leg now, chin up, knee up, head tucked in next, head up and down. One more time. Left leg up, inhale, chin up, exhale, tuck the head, inhale, lift the head, exhale, down, up, inhale, chin up, exhale, head to right knee, inhale, head up, exhale, down. Sit for just a moment with your chest on your knees and just let your head rock, just with your chest on your knees. Just gentle, just let your head hang. Maybe nod your head, no, yes. Just gentle movement. Good. Drawing the belly to the knee, put the belly to the spine, hands on the knees, sit up. Very nice. Now we're going to make our legs do some work here. So placing the left hand on the knee, straighten the right leg. I promise my feet are clean. My audiovisual team said they look dirty, but I promise it's a shadow. Put your right arm up, right foot out, and try to get that heel out, leading with the heel. If this is at all uncomfortable for whatever reason, hips, knees, you can scoot forward a bit and just rest your heel on the ground and get the same nice pull. You can pull your toes back. For me, I can pull my toes back much farther if my heel is on the ground. My hamstrings are super tight. So really think about the balance here, making this right side do a lot of work. Leading with the toe, leading with the heels, relax the toes, relax the fingers. We're making the core and our leg do a lot of work. Good. Let's put some active now. Maybe touch the heel to the ground and lift. And touch, keeping the foot flexed. Lift, touch, and lift. Nice. Lowering the arm. And now the leg. Okay, flat. Let's try the other side now. Lifting the left leg straight out as possible, or this leg could be completely different. This was my bad leg, so it all depends from day to day. Left leg out, arm up, really making the balance, really making your core do some work to maintain your balance in the chair. You should feel equally seated on your sit bones, not leaning if you can avoid it. Really make your core kind of make you sit straight. Stretching through that heel, pushing the heel as you can, either on the ground or at whatever angle you can do. Get those toes back to you. Let's bring some movement in. Touch the heel and up and touch and up, touch, up. One more time, touch and up. Good, lowering the arm, bending the knee, putting the feet back on the floor, maybe some little foot taps. Very nice. And we're gonna move into some twists, engaging the body here. Twists are really good for you. If you do them gently, respecting your back and what it needs. One of my yoga teachers had surgery recently, and she's obviously active with the twists and all the other manipulations of the spine. And her surgeon told her that her organs moved internally properly. She had this abdominal surgery, and that everything wasn't all locked up. And things like twists and cat-cow that really get your internal organs moving around properly keeps everything from getting too bound up. So they're really healthy for us. So what we're going to do is leaning over. Sorry, scoot back a little bit in my chair. Leaning over, spread the feet slightly. Maybe not, if you have a little bit, maybe as wide as the legs of your chair, just wider than your hips. We're gonna lean forward, and you have a couple things, options. If you want to bring the floor to you, something like a block or a book, if the ground is not accessible, you can also prop your elbow, your left elbow on your left knee. If the ground is accessible, you can put your fingertips or palm, just something that makes you feel secure on the ground or on a book or block, maybe a folded pillow, just something that's, a folded blanket, something sturdy. So we're going to place our left hand on the ground or the block and lift up with the right side. I want you to think about your hips moving first, then your belly button and your ribs and your shoulders, and then your head and arm. And your drishti, your view, your vision is past your middle finger. There's an option if your neck is not doing this today to look to the side or to look at your left hand. Several options here for your neck. Deep inhale with the nose. And on your exhale, see if you can go a little deeper gently into the twist, doing what your body can do today on this side. Very nice. Enjoy this twist. Good. And then we're going to unwind in that opposite direction. So first head, shoulders, ribs, belly, hips. We'll be really gentle with our back, and then you can feel the limits then. And don't overdo. Now we're going to move over, plant our right hand. Again, this side could be completely different, so you might need a block on this side or a book. Planting the right hand, moving hip, belly, ribs, shoulders, and then reaching with the left hand. If this is too much for your shoulder, always the option to bend your elbow and put the top of your hand on your small back. Make this about the breath and the stretch, really feeling in. Each exhale allowing a little more movement. Nice, and we'll unwind head, shoulders, ribs, belly, and then hips. Very nice. Now staying in this position, if this is ever too much for you to have your head lower, we are going to go lower at one point, but for eye issues or severe blood pressure issues, anything you know that you need to have your head up, please at any time sit up. But bent over like this, let's bring our hands back to that Anjali Mudra, kind of the prayer position there in your heart center. Feel nice and planted in your feet. And then we're going to twist again with to the right, with hips, ribs, and if it's accessible to you, putting your left shoulder on your right elbow. Just a little bit of a different twist. I feel it a lot more in my back on the left side. Let's really breathe in and enjoy this. All the benefits of this Anjali Mudra combined with a twist. Letting go of what we don't need. Very nice. Now releasing the elbow, shoulders, ribs. Pause for a moment here in the middle. Nice breath in and out. And then the other side, hips, belly, ribs. Again, this side might be different. Anjali Mudra, right elbow, left knee. And breathe. Each exhale, maybe falling deeper in to this twist. Very nice. Releasing the elbow, unwinding shoulders, ribs, belly, and hip. And then placing your hands on your knees, draw that belly in and just push, pull yourself up. We've been down for a little bit, so this is one of my favorite parts of coming out of a slight inversion, is just sitting, feeling all the blood flowing around. Nice. Now we're going to warm up our hips. Make our hips do some work here. So planting your right foot, option to put your arms, kind of, we call this cactus arms or goalpost arms, depending on what type of the sports you like, but cactus arms. We're going to take the left foot up on your toes, either on your tiptoe or the ball of your toe, taking it out a bit at kind of a 45-degree angle from your hips. And just rotate your left knee out. Really kind of open that hip, pivoting on your left foot, swinging the left knee kind of in and then out and down, whatever's kind of comfortable for your range, but we're trying to get a nice hip motion here. So staying propped on the left toe in whatever way is comfortable. If it doesn't work for your toes, you can do this flat foot as well. What we're really going for here is that nice hip open and down. I've added the arms, but it's also it's perfectly fine to put your elbows down, even rest your hands on your elbows, or put them in your lap. It is your practice, whatever you'd like to do. Inhale when you're out, exhale tucked in. Good. And then planting our left foot, let's do the same with the right. So bringing our toes out, either prop up on a kind of a kickstand toe, flat foot, whatever works for you. We're gonna take that right knee out and then tuck it in. And again, you can do whatever you want with your arms. If you're going for a little bit more of an arm thing, you can do whatever you'd like with your arms. Sometimes I get a little lazy with my shoulders and just put my arms down, but whatever you'd like. This, so if you have your arms, your palms up and your elbows even down, if you're tucking those shoulder blades together, it's such a good front stretch for your chest. I mean, we are engaging the right hip. It's a great opportunity for your back and shoulders. Inhaling when out, exhaling, tucking in. Good. Couple more times. Nice. Then planting the right foot. We're going to move into Warrior Two. It's one of my favorite yoga poses, standing or sitting. And sitting, I think, has just the same wonderful benefits. We're going to take the right foot out, kind of at a 90-degree angle of where your left foot is right now. And just always make sure you feel steady and supported in your chair. But where your hips are and wherever your legs end up just may be different for you. I'm going to move out just a tiny bit, but both my sit bones are on my chair. So your right foot is out at a 90-degree angle from your left foot. Now, as is comfortable for you, we're going to take the left leg. This is where you come up a little bit in your chair if that's comfortable. We're going to take the left leg out to the back with your toes still pointing to the computer. Your toes are still pointing at a 90-degree angle. Left leg back, toes pointed forward. If possible, if this does not work for your hip or ankle, you can always bring it forward, change the angle. You just want the support so that you feel comfortable. It does not have to be all the way back. It can definitely be up. And then Warrior Two, you want your hands stretched out to the side walls there, but you're going to look over your right arm. We want to make sure our shoulders are relaxed and down. So one way to do that is to turn the palms up. And do you feel how your shoulder blades drop when you turn your palms up? So where your shoulder blades are, palms up, is where we want them, and then turn the hands back over. Warrior Two, I find a lot of power in this pose. We're looking out past our middle finger on the right hand, and sit for a moment with how strong your body is. Breathing in and breathing out with strength moving out of both of your hands. Very nice. Then Exalted Warrior is we're lowering our left arm, right palm goes up, and then we put a slight back bend in, lifting the right arm and gazing up at the palm. This is Exalted Warrior. Really making our legs engage. Very nice. Engaging the belly to spine to move back into Warrior Two. Feels a little different now. And hands down to bring the left leg in. using the chair, of course, for balance. Bringing the right leg around. And then we'll do this with the other side. So left foot out, 90-degree angle with the right foot. This side may be completely different, but right leg back, toes pointed forward as possible. Same with the legs, with the angle of your legs. And then sweeping the arms up to horizontal. Turn the palms up to adjust the shoulder blades. And then roll the hands back over. So in a nice tall spine, power in those feet, and strength just shooting right out of those hands. Our powerful warrior two pose. Lowering the right hand gently to the right thigh. We're not pushing on it, just lowering. Left palm up, sweeping up, bending back gently as your back is comfortable, and looking at your hand up for exalted warrior. Nice breaths in. Where does that breath want to go? Belly to spine, moving back into warrior two. Very nice. Placing the hands back on the legs, moving the right foot in and left. Give your shoulders a nice roll there. Give them a little love. That was nice. And just one more thing with the hips, we're going to move both of our feet out now, wider than the chair, with toes pointed in the same direction as your knees. So we're going to kind of a 45-degree angle from your hips. Feet nice and wide as is possible. Toes out. And this is a goddess pose. So goddess pose here, we've done a lot with the shoulders. This is the full goddess pose. Again, elbows down, hands by your shoulders is fine. On your knees, really feeling that work. That nice stretch in the hips, both hips. I feel it in mine for sure, especially after that warrior. Relax the toes. Gentle smile on the face. This is fun. Breathing nice and deep through your nose and out through your nose. Very nice. Really activate the knees, pushing them outward for this last few seconds. Good. Hands on the knees and feet back to center. Maybe tap the feet a little bit. Very nice. Now, after all that work, it feels like a side stretch would be nice. So we're going to lift our right arm up, just kind of a very simple side stretch. You can always hold on to your chair just for balance. Keeping the neck relaxed. Breathing deeply again into that right side. Inhale, belly to spine, up. Right arm down, left arm up, and over. Again, balancing, holding onto the chair. Nice breath. Very nice. Belly to spine and up. Very good. A little neck roll. Okay, now we're going to do, for just a couple of minutes, we are going to do a bit more of a true inversion. So in inversions, putting your head below your heart, just helps with the circulation, especially when you sit up and you feel the difference. So again, if you have any issues with your eyes or with blood pressure, this is not recommended. But you are going to do whatever position works for you. You have options for putting your elbows on your knees and resting your head on your hands. You can stack the fists for this. You can keep your knees together if you prefer. The full inversion will be your feet wide enough apart where you can get down between them, lowering the chest. Do not let the arms hang. You can cross the arms to the elbows if you prefer that, or just place your hands on the ground and then gently just let the head drop. And we're going to stay here for a full 2 minutes. Just breathe and enjoy. Relax the fingers, relax the toes. Gentle head hang. About 30 more seconds. Gently coming back in. I'd like you to put your hands on your knees first, drawing the belly to spine. As you inhale and lift up, and then sit and enjoy this circulation. Gentle breaths. If your eyes are closed, open them gently, looking down past your knees. And then lifting your head, bring your feet back in a bit. That was nice. I love inversions. For forward bends, we always want to counter them with a back bend, even if it's a gentle back bend. So depending on how your chair is, if there's something that you can just with relaxed arms, nothing too stiff, just reach back and hold on to something, even the bottom of the chair. What we're going to do is move forward with the chest, leading with the heart, feeling that gentle arch in your back, lifting your chin as possible. So think more about a chin lift than dropping your head back, keeping the control in your neck. A nice broad stretch there. Feel the shoulders, maybe squeezing the shoulder blades together, holding on with your hands to a nice arch in the back. Breathing through the nose and out through the nose. Keeping the lips closed as possible for that front neck stretch. Nice, and then just sort of pulling back, relaxed, not to strain the back. Very nice. a little more core, and we're going to pull in some balance and stability work. So chair pose is typically done standing and sort of bending your knees and sticking out to your bottom like you're going to sit in a chair. We're going to sort of do it in the reverse. Since we're already sitting in a chair, bring your heels back under your knees so that you feel very stable. And this again is your practice. What I would like you to do is leaning forward when you feel the weight in your toes, the balls of your feet and heels. We're going to stand up just about 2 inches off our seat, really making the core and your legs work, and then sit down. Adjust your feet however it is that you really feel your center of gravity, your pivot point is such that you can stand just an inch or two. You take a breath and sit back down. Do that a few more times. This is great for your core and your balance and stability. Maintaining the back straight, think of your hips, your spine, and your head all in one straight line and down. One more time, up and down. This time we're going to hold it for about 15 seconds. So we'll have a little bit of a challenge. And if you'd like an added challenge, while we're up, you'll extend your arms out. So even though you're bending forward, I'm just going to demonstrate this seated, your arms will be an extension, your hips, up your spine, shoulders, head, arms. So if you lift up, this is chair pose, or slightly out of your chair pose. Looking down, don't strain your neck by looking up. See if we can do it for 8 more seconds. This is a real challenge. My legs are shaking. I don't know about yours. And down. Whew, that was a lot like work. Tap your feet. Good. Maybe raise your right and left shoulders up. That feels good. Very nice. We're going to do one more twist just because they're so cleansing. It's interesting. Twists can energize you, but they can also relax you. So crossing your right leg over your left, just a gentle kind of cross. If that doesn't work for you, you can cross your ankles or just choose to keep your feet together. Right leg over left, arms out to the side, and bending over, turning toward the right, arms out as possible. Good. Let's come back to center and go one more time to the right. Actually, we'll do there. And then a slight hold again to the right. Turning your head over your right arm or head in neutral, whatever your body needs at this moment. And back to center. Left leg on top. Again, if your left hip isn't great and you want to cross your ankles instead, that is just fine. Inhale in and then turning to the left. And back to front and to the left and front. And then a slight hold here to the left. Nice breaths. Good, and back to the front. Very nice. Now, before we move into our relaxation, I really like to work with the hands and feet. They do so much for us, and we think of all these other muscle groups, but our hands and feet are really so important and get sore and angry, so we're gonna work on them a little bit. So if you shift a little bit to your left, we'll take the left foot off to the side. So just move your foot, your hip doesn't have to be all the way off, just so that you can get up on the ball of your toe and really give those toes a good stretch. Dropping the knee as possible, you feel it in your ankle, your toes. Find that spot where you think, oh, that's it, that's a good stretch. Whether it's lifting the, kind of lifting the ankle forward, really getting into the toes, or maybe your ankle needs it more, so you're going to flex your foot more, give your ankle more. You can even do a little alternating of pointing and flexing the toe in this deep kind of foot bend. Good. Okay, and then kind of back to center, but staying with our left foot. Point that toe out in front. Nice, point, point. And then placing the heel back on the ground, flat foot. I want you to curl your toes like you were trying to bring a washcloth, something towards you without touching your hands. So stretch your toes out and curl them in. Stretch and curl, stretch and curl. Really thinking about that left foot. Try to relax the rest of the body. Make those left toes, really arch your foot up when you bring it in. Good. And now bringing the left foot over onto the right knee. Just give your foot what it needs. Maybe squeeze the toes, roll them around. Give your arch a nice thumb press. Roll the ankle. So good for circulation to give yourself a nice little foot massage. Good. Now the same with our right foot. Move my T. Move over a little bit. So find that spot in your right foot, drop your knee a little bit, where you really have a nice toe stretch. And then maybe flex the, point the toe even more so the big toe's really stretched. And then flex, you get a nice stretch through the ankle, top of the foot. It's a good, get into your plantar fascia. Stretch. Nice stretch. Don't forget your other toes, not just your big toe. Might have to turn your foot out to get to those. Give them a good stretch. Good, and then sitting back in our seat there. Nice toe point, really point that right foot. Point, point, get a nice stretch across the top of the foot. This is where my foot cramps, but maybe it won't today. Nice point. Very good. And then give the right foot a massage too. Right foot to left knee and just toes, nice squeeze. Roll them. Your arch, heel, everything a nice massage. Very good. Nice, and now our hands. Let's give our hands a little shake out to the side. Breathing in, up to our Anjali Mudra again, and down to heart center. This time, I want you to think about your elbows really pressing in. So press, press, press everywhere your hand contacts the other. Fingertips to the bottom of the palm. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Really pushing in. Relax your face. Have the hands do the work here, pushing in with your arms. Now maintaining that push, but I want you to separate your palm, keeping the fingertips together. So kind of tenting the hands, but really keeping the strength in there. So keeping that push going, but forcing your palms out. And now back in, keeping your fingers really spread if you can. Our fingers and joints in the hands really need this stretch. Fingers spread, push, push. Tent our hands again, tent them out. Really keep that strength engaged. Nice. And palms back together. Now lace the fingers in your non-dominant way. So whatever you automatically were about to do it the other way. Other thumb in front. Give your fists a nice squeeze. And now relaxing the hands, stretching the palms if as possible, out to the computer screen. Just straight out. and then knuckles out toward the screen, palms facing you. Giving the tops of your hands a nice stretch into your wrists. Really good for all the typing we're doing across our backs and shoulders and wrists. Palms together, cross the way you were going to the first place, your more natural way. And again, palms out toward the computer. Very nice, maintaining your breath. And now rolling the wrists for the back of the hands to the computer. Palms to you. Again, getting that nice sweet stretch across your back. Now right fingers up, straight up, palm toward the screen. And with your left hand, just pull those fingers back. This can also easily be done with your elbow bent and your elbow at your side. Do it this way as well. Nice stretch. I feel this all the way up into my elbow. And then down, gently pushing the top of your hand back to give that wrist a good stretch. Good. Other hand, left fingers up, right hand stretching it back. And wrist down. So palm of hand toward you. Give me that top of that wrist a nice stretch. Very nice. Now let's give everything a little shake. Good, good. We're going to tighten and release some of the major muscle groups and then have some nice Shavasana or quiet rest. So if you can think of the body groups as I name them and just tighten everything that you can in that group. Maintaining your breath in as much of an ease as you can. So not holding your breath. We really want to make the muscle groups tense, but maintain a nice even breath in and out of the nose with a relaxed face. So let's tighten the feet. Just draw them all in. Tight, tight, tight. Curl those toes in. Tight feet. Steady breath. And release. Good. And now your legs, your top of your legs and your calves, just tighten all those muscles you can tighten. Maintaining a nice steady breath. If your legs have a little shake, that's okay. Tight, 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 and release. And now our gluteus. Let's tighten our bottoms, tight, tight, tight. It lifts us up even out of the chair. Maintain the breath. Really focus on tightening those muscles tight, even into your hips. Good, and release. Now we'll do our torso. If you think of your ribs, really, I don't want you to crunch over, but think of it in compressing your ribs in, just almost like you're doing a big sit-up. So really crunch those muscles in, compressing the ribs in. Harder to maintain a steady breath here, but just be gentle with your face and your toes relaxed. Really pressing in, squeeze, squeeze. And relax. Nice. And now our shoulder blades together, our back, tight, tight. Steady breath. And release. Letting our arms hang down, make a fist and tighten everywhere from your shoulders all the way down through your fists. Really tight, tight, tight. Really feel what you can let go of in there. And release. That feels good. Now our face, we're going to do this too. Imagine a drawstring at your nose. We're going to draw everything in toward your nose, your lips, your cheeks, your eyes. Squeeze everything in toward the center. Squeeze, squeeze. And release. And now kind of a lion face, they call it. We're going to open our mouth really wide, lift our eyebrows, and even stick your tongue out. And release. Very nice. So before we sit for a few minutes, just in a nice silence, just give yourself any movement that maybe feels like it needs so that you can settle. And Shavasana in yoga is so important, the kind of the quiet time, either lying down or sitting, to really relax with your breath, sit with your practice, and try to clear your thoughts. We all have thoughts. It's not a quiet mind, but just as you have a distraction, just think of it sort of as wrapped in a cloud floating by to worry with later. So closing your eyes, just begin to notice your breath. Nice and steady. And then clearing your mind as possible of any distractions, setting them aside. Just breathing. If you feel a distraction, you can always return to the breath going in through the nose and out through the nose. That point of concentration, or the spot behind your eyebrows, just settle. Gently noticing your breath, moving your fingers and toes, being so gentle with yourself. Deepening the breath now. Keeping your eyes closed. Reminding yourself of what it is that you can let go, what you can sit with gently and kindly. Deep breath. Thanking yourself for giving yourself this time to honor and your body. Gently opening the eyes, dropping the hands down one last time and up into our Anjali Mudra, lowering to the heart space. And the light in me honors and sees the light in you. And in that light, we are all the same. Namaste.